If you took every single SRX Levels trade today, you would have been profitable. There were 26 trades across SPY, QQQ, and IWM, and there was a 77% win rate. And the total profit for the day was $442 with an average of 2 contracts per order. Let's jump into the charts and check some of this out. All right, so first off, I want to apologize that there hasn't been a video in a while. It's not because I haven't wanted to do one. It's because my bosses at the Trade Lab Discord locked me in a closet in the back room of the lab and told me to make an automated trading bot and not to come out until I'm finished. So I am down 40 pounds and feeling not so well, but the trading bot is done. So here we are. We're back in the swing of things. And I know we'll probably get some questions about whether or not we're going to offer this trading bot. And to be totally honest, we have no plans of doing that. This is something that I created for myself to be able to trade with. And I also wanted to do some additional forward testing with the different types of signals that we offer. And so this whole thing is to hopefully make SRX even better, but it's not something that we're planning on offering. Could you make one yourself, or could you hire someone to make one for you? You probably could. I'm just capturing the signals that come in from TradingView and translating that to buy and sell orders on my brokerage. So first, let me talk a little bit about what my system is. It's still the same. So let's bring this over. I know this is fancy. I don't have time to work on nice, pretty slides because, again, I've been locked in that closet for a while. But again, you can see 26 trades, 77% win rate, $442 profit with an average of 2 contracts per order. So here's the idea. You mark it in, put your stop loss at 10%. Once I'm in 13 cents of profit, I move the stop loss to just above break even, and then I trail every 10 cents from there. So let's look at an example. We've got a $1 entry, your stop loss at 10%. That means we've got a stop loss at 90 cents. Once I'm 13 cents in profit, I move the stop loss to just above break even. So dollar entry, let's say price moves to $1.13. I'm moving my stop loss to $1.03. So I'll either get out with a little bit of profit, or if there's some slippage, I'll get out at break even or a very small loss. Then I'm trailing the stop every 10 cents. So if the price then moves from $1.13, if it moves to $1.20, I'm moving my stop from $1.03 to $1.10 and etc. So price moves to 125, I'm moving my stop to 115. Price moves to 130, I'm moving my stop to 120. Now you can do this on the fly, and I've been doing that, but now it's automated with this bot, so I don't have to stare at the screen all day. I'm not around to stare at the screen all day, so this just helps me take every single signal. So you can see with SPY, all of these worked out today, and if you were running a stop that wasn't as tight as mine, I think you could have stayed in all of these and made some really good money. But we can pull up SPY here. Let's look at the SPY signals. You can see there were 7 of them, and we ended up with an $84 profit. We did have these 2 stop outs right here, but this was our really good play here at 1050. That was 24% at 1050. And that would be this signal here. The signal came in, you'd get in on this candle, and that 24% happened within the same candle. So you can see we were in that trade 3 minutes and 1 second. And a lot of these trades are really fast. Even this little 3% right here, this trade was less than 30 seconds long. So you can see how quick these are. And let's hop over and look at QQQ. All right, so I've got QQQ up here, and it was the same thing, a lot of the same signals today. And our big one today was again right here at 1050. Let's see, that would be this one right here, 3-minute signal, and that was 40%. And the Qs had 12 signals, and the profit was $230 on that. And you could see we didn't want to leave S4 today on the Qs. And there's something I wanted to show on SPY. We've got this max low here. This is a number that we come up with when the levels come out. We give you a max low and a max high for the day. This sort of acts as our fence, our expected move fence for the day. And this is how we determine where we're going to plot our levels. That way you've got levels that are actually useful for the day. It wouldn't do you any good if we gave you levels all the way down here and we have no chance or very, very little chance of hitting them. So that's what this max low and this max high does. It tries to determine where SPY or QQQ or IWM will trade at during the day. And I think there's an 87% chance on SPY, maybe 88% chance that we don't even breach these max levels. But you could see we did breach it today. But even if we breach, I think there's a 94% chance that we close back inside of this range. And you can see that's what we did. The max low was 682.09. And you can see that we closed at 682.40. So 30 cents above the max low. So the max low did what it was supposed to do today. This is a good opportunity as you approach this area. If you're into spreads, you could sell a put credit spread right here. Now, it can break the max low and continue to go down. That is possible, but you have a 94% chance that we are going to close above max low and below max high. So the odds are in your favor if you wanted to sell a spread inside of here. All right, let's hop over to IWM. All right, here's our IWM chart for the day, and it looked good as well. You can see we had the max low. It approached that max low. Didn't quite get there because it bounced off of this S3 level here. Zoom in a little bit. And we had a total of 7 signals on IWM and $128 in profit for the day. Looks like our big one was the first one at 9:55, right when the levels came out. So that's right here. And we don't count these because the levels aren't out yet, so we can't trade this. Levels come out at 9:50, so this would have been the first trade that you'd be able to take. And so right here is where it would have entered. And it looks like it got out within the same candle. From here to here was 20%. Then we had this really, really big drop here once we breached S1. So yeah, things have been going really well here at TradeLab. The SRX levels have been doing fantastic. If you're not a member of the TradeLab Discord and you want to come join us, we have 3 different products that we offer. The one that you're looking at now is the SRX Support and Resistance Levels system. It's an indicator on TradingView. You get these signals, you get the support and resistance levels. You can make your own trades off of these levels, and we have plenty of people that do, or you can follow our signals. I'll have a link in the description if you want to join that. So yeah, we hope you come join us. We'd love to have you, and hopefully we'll have another video out for you later on this week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll talk to you next time.